What's going on, guys? What's cracking? What's popping? You know I am like beyond excited right now from the title of this video. That's it, guys. I've got them in. They're here right now. I'm looking at them, and you can tell I'm like beyond excited right now. I'm gonna show you them here in a quick skinny minute, so give me a second. Right now I'm watching the Cos brothers right now, Twins Turbo Motorsports, showing off this beautiful red Supra. I've been seeing it all over the internet, and it's finally time to see it from the Hoonigans. The attention to detail to this car is like insane. This is what a high-end build would look like for an import. This is the first high-end import build, I think I can say, that I've seen. Like, it's just insane. That's not embossed. That is actually true woven leather in between each other, like high-end, like chip foose kind of stuff. Just very, very cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause that here. The new wheels are here, and dude, they look perfect on the car. Just give me 1 second here and I will show you. First things first though, I had to get up right away this morning and clean up the MR2. It was a filthy, filthy little girl. Got my Plus Soap here. Guys, if you haven't, I've got the link down below. Plus Soap makes some crazy good product. I'm very, very picky about this stuff. I used to use a little bit of everything. They do sponsor and they do send me free stuff, so I will be honest there. But I told these guys straight up that if I don't like the product, I'm not gonna give a real review. Like, I'm not gonna fake the funk, as I call it. But great product, listed down below. Great spray wax, foam soap, you name it, they have it. Metal polish, actually, their metal polish is probably my favorite thing they sell. It's really easy to use, and it takes off everything without making the metal look like shit. It's pretty amazing. Just getting it cleaned up. I've been shopping around for tires for this because this thing is rubbing like crazy. Actually, I bet you if I rub my finger in here, yep, that's all. I can literally feel the buildup. That's all tire gunk. That's not tire shine. That's literally, you can see where it's been rubbing here. It's like gunked up on there. So, because I'm an idiot, so I rub my fingers on it, it's going to take me forever to get it off. But get these off. Give it a probably half a degree, maybe 1 degree extra camber. This is actually almost positive camber right now. I think it's supposed to have 1.5 in the rear from the factory and 2.2 in the front. Don't quote me on that, but that's I think it's supposed to be. Still love these wheels though. From this angle, straight on, they don't look the greatest. It's that back angle. But let's forget about this car now and get to the real reason you guys came today. All right, guys, I already started working on a little bit here, but just to give you guys an understanding, here's the old wheels. So here's what we had before. I actually really like these, and these are already sold, so they're already gone. I posted them up and literally had 4 people hit me up. I sold them very quick, so the new owner should be happy. I'll be shipping them out here shortly. Actually, I'm taking some of the wheels off to do that. But let's go ahead and look at the new wheels. Here we go, guys. Work wheels. I did end up going with work wheels, guys. I went with the S1R with a matte black face. I wanted no exposed hardware, and just to give a quick perspective, yeah, much, much cleaner and better. Here's one on the car, and actually too, this thing's gonna sit nice and flush unlike before. See if I get a back shot here. Yeah, nice and flush. This has a little better offset. The rear offset actually isn't that much different than what I have now. Technically, the wheels are wider, which I'll get into here in a minute. But it'll have the same flushness in the back. The fronts were always really sunken in, so I'm happy to have these stick out a little bit further because it was too sunken in before. But guys, look at this. This is what I was talking about. This is why I wanted that bright blue, because I wanted a matte black face, and it really pops now. The one thing I do wish I had is, I wish I had silver work wheel stickers. I do want to put the stickers on. I think it makes the wheel, kind of gives it a little bit more pop. I do need to get center caps, but unfortunately, I have no idea why this is, but the Workmeister center caps are 220 bucks. All the other ones are like 60, 70, which is still a little much for plastic caps, but Workmeisters are 220. A little outrageous in my opinion. But guys, I am beyond excited the way these turned out. So let's go over specs here real quick. So we'll go over the old ones here first. This is the front wheel here. It's an 18 by 8.5 with a 235 tire on it. The new ones here are a 18 by 9, and I believe they're plus, holy crap, what are they? Let's look at the box here. I think it says on the outside of the box, come on. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Right there, 18 by 9 plus 31, and it is the A disc. Now, if you guys know anything about Workmeisters or anything work wheels, they have different disc faces depending on what type of big brake you have. Now, the lowest face they have is the O, which I have for the rears because I have a ton of room. I went with an A face because the big brakes on the car required a little bit more room, and even still, it's very close. pretty much guarantee me that they would be fine, but I went with an A face. Now, if you do have like Brembos, a real true big brake kit, you need to go with, I think it's a C face. I don't quote me on that, but I think it's called a C face, which is their most room wheel they have, the wheel that gives you the most room for that. And I didn't need it. I wanted to be as close as possible. I wanted the face to be sunken in as much as possible. So yeah, 18 by 9 guys, plus 31 in the front. And then we have the rear ones here. This is a rear wheel, and if you can see the lip on this thing, it is freaking huge. These are 18 by 10.5 plus 37 with the O disc in the rear here. Very, very nice wheels. One thing I didn't realize though, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around here real quick. I thought these were still bolt-on wheels. Actually, what they do is these are machined because these are true forged wheels, and then they weld it in, which honestly does not bother me. People are saying about, you know, if you do curb them, which is true, I'm kind of SOL, but I like the no rivet, no bolt look. And they actually emboss or stamp in here the actual offset and everything, the type, right into the wheel here itself, so that should never go away unless the wheels get corroded badly. That shouldn't be an issue because my boy John down at TLC Auto Detail is going to be throwing some Modesto BC on these bad boys to make sure they don't get messed up. I should have did it with the wheels for the MR2 because they're kind of getting a little cringy, a little gunky that I don't really like. So we're going to throw some Modesto on these to make sure they last for quite some time, make cleanup a little bit easier. I'll link all their stuff down below. That'll be a fun video, guys. We'll drive down to Virginia there, have a little fun. My buddy Mike Bolka, who always helps me out with videos, is going to meet up with us, and my boy with the white wide body is coming too. Probably one of the biggest surprises for me was the fact that it took only 2.5 months. I ended up buying these from Real Street from Robert Del Angel. If you don't know Robert, he's a great guy. He worked for MVP Motorsports for Dusty down there for many, many years. The first part I ever bought for the Supra was actually the HKS Carbon TI exhaust I have on it currently, and I bought it from Robert. Right at the same time that HKS USA was going out of business, and I was all upset, kind of bent that they're going out of business, I wouldn't be able to get it, and Robert and Dusty are like, no, we'll make sure you get one. It took about 3 months, you know, kind of out of their hands, but they made sure one got here, and I just kind of been buying parts from here and there over the last I don't know how many years. I hit them up about wheels. I went with Evasive for these last ones. Evasive is okay, but they're very numb. There's no real customer service, there's no real care. They just bought something, okay, move on next. Where Robert would like give me random updates, even though I didn't ask for them, he would keep me up to date. It's just way better buying experience. I really, really highly recommend him, guys. Again, I'll list his stuff down below or put it right here for you too. Robert Del Angel of Real Street, extremely nice guy. Just a good guy altogether. Even though his GSC 300 is whack, I'm not gonna let that hold him back or let me not buy parts from him. He's a good guy, so yeah, guys, go hit him up. I'm really happy with the way Work packages their wheels too. So when I bought my Rays, they came double stacked, so there's 2 boxes. Work actually individually sends each box, and actually each one had its own tracking number, which I guess is a bit risky. I really do too. This is another thing. Let's see if I can get one of these open here. This is for the valve stems. They are tiny. Look at these things. See if this thing will focus here. Come on, baby. So these things are like tiny, tiny. Like there's nothing to them at all, which is kind of nice in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, this should go in easily. And it matches the lip. I don't know if they make black ones if you have a black lip. I would hope they do, just for the fact that it would be kind of janky if they didn't. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way these look. And they kind of have like a, what's the word I'm looking to, riveted style head to them. It's different, definitely different. I'm definitely happy with the way these are. Now the next question I'm probably gonna get is, what tires did I go with? Since I have 10.5s and the 9s in the front, I didn't go the crazy 300 yet. They are a 295, 30, 18 in the rear, and they are a 255, 35, 18 in the front. Now, technically, is the only thing I'm a little not happy about, and I guess the front not so much, it's the rear. I want a little bit taller sidewall. It is technically a total diameter, it's a 1/2 inch, or actually not even a 1/2 inch, 0.4 inches shorter than the old ones. So it's gonna sit slightly lower and not fill the gap as well. Might have to lower the car a little bit more physically too. It's not a big deal. But I am happy to go to new wheels. They're Sumitomo tires. They are HTR Z3. I didn't know anything about these tires. When you hear Sumitomo, in my opinion, I don't really think of the best tires in the world. That's my personal opinion. But when I started looking them up, every Porsche guy was like praising these things. Like they said they're getting rid of their Continentals and their Pirellis for these to use on the track. And I'm like, well, if these Porsche guys, which are picky motherfuckers, are okay with them, then I guess they'll suffice for me in my little Toyota car. So I went with them. They shipped quick. I literally ordered them on Thursday. Today's Friday. They showed, or no, sorry, today's Saturday. They showed up yesterday. 24-hour turnaround. Nuts. SimpleTire.com is where I got them from. Really quick, fast shipping. That's where I got the tires for this too, which I should have read into. I didn't realize they had these curb guards on it. These do not. I made sure of that. So yeah, they go Monday here to get mounted, and they should look nice on there. I mean, if you guys can see the difference, see the gray on that versus a black wheel. Just the black with everything else being black on the car, just it fits this much better. Much happier with the total look of everything. One thing I did notice though, besides the center caps, I always use steel lug nuts just because I don't trust aluminum. They tend to shear off or they get stuck on there. It just ends up being more headache than it's worth. The one thing I've never had with wheels is exposed lugs like this, where you can physically see the lug and you can see how it's rusting. So I can't go with aluminum, so I'm gonna hit up Dress Up Bolts. I've actually contacted them. They've been very kind. We're gonna work something out here on a half sponsorship kind of deal. Get some lug nuts for the car and then actually go over the engine bay in this car too. We need to finish up that yet. I think I'm gonna go with a different theme, as you guys can see here. Most of it is black, but I wanna get some new bolts. Right now I'm just using regular stainless bolts. I think I'm gonna try something a little different, maybe some gold or purple or something, just to give it a little bit more flair. So yeah, I'm gonna hit those guys up. They're extremely cool guys too. Thanks to Gears and Gasoline for hooking me up with them. So that's gonna be next up on the list to do too. Just more and more stuff keeps coming in, guys. I'm hoping to keep more cool content. I know I tend to jabber on, so I do apologize for that. But you guys can do me one favor right quick, right in between all this. Go check out the Facebook page and go check out the merch place. Yeah, go buy some stuff. Help out a brother. Help out a brother. If anyone's looking to buy these two, again, I think these are like, now I'm not gonna tell exactly what I paid, but I think these list for like $2,900 for a set. For the exact specs I got, they were $2,900. If you guys can see, the front lip on this is more than enough, like way more than enough. It looks perfect. And this is the front. The rear is way bigger, if you can see here. The rear lip on this with the O disc is way bigger. Being the way it's concaved in like that too allows for a bigger lip. And you can see how it's just machined better. Look how cheap this looks compared to this. The lip just looks better. And here's another thing. Sorry, I'm rambling on again. This is a polished lip, but work actually anodizes the lip, so there's no polishing needed. So once you put it on, especially if you coated it, you don't have to polish it. That's awesome. I hate polishing lips, and that was the biggest thing. As soon as they said, yep, they're anodized, I'm like, fucking sweet, sold on that. Super happy. These were kind of the same deal, except they're fake. They're not actually polished because it's cast. And these are true forged wheels, which was another big thing. They're much lighter. I think these weigh 20 pounds. I think the rears are a little bit heavier, 21.5 because they're wider. But still, man, that's a light wheel for the money, especially because it's a true two-piece wheel versus a monoblock wheel like what is on the MR2. Technically, a forged one-piece is much lighter than, say, a two-piece or a three-piece wheel with all the bolts and hardware, but you get much better versatility with this style wheel. Like I was saying, too, I'm getting ready to ship them out and putting cardboard on the faces, then wrapping them up in the back part of the wheel, too. Wrapping up the wheel and have UPS come stop by and pick everything up. Oh, ooh, that's another thing. So I told you guys about link and stuff. I think I am going to go with a DOC race. I know we said about trying to keep it simple. A DOC race top mount, still stock bottom end and stuff, but just to clean everything up, go with a DOC top mount GT30 and just clean up some things. I've talked to Ty a good bit here. I think that'll help it look a little bit better. Gave me a little bit more power. I could always do a billet wheel stock turbo upgrade. I don't feel like that's gonna be enough for me. I would like to make around 375, pretty much the limit of this without, you know, having to worry really, and then get it properly tuned. If I do all of that, I think I'll be good to go. So I think that's the route I'm probably gonna go down. All right, guys, so that was it. Like, that's the wheels. So I want to know your comments down below. What do you guys think of them? Is it not crazy enough, or is it not your cup of tea? What have you gone with? What specs do you like? What don't you like? Let me know down in the comments below. I like hearing feedback on this kind of stuff. I've just been super excited about getting these. It's been a long process, even though it did come fast. 2.5 months is quite fast, especially for work. I know friends were telling me, wait, you're looking to 5 to 6. If they tell you 3, look for 5 to 6 just because they're so backed up. So I do feel fortunate. I think Robert and his team have a big part of that since they buy so much from them. So thank you again, Robert. I do appreciate it. All right, guys, as usual, go down below. Check out the Facebook and Instagram. I'm always posting stuff way ahead of time. Go check out the website. Got new stuff on the merch lab. I got hats, shirts, you name it, stickers. I got you. I got keychains too, which I love the new keychains. Function eats form, badass, pure function on the other side. I freaking love the way they turned out. Go check it out, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace! There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.